There we go. Now we got some audio.
Oh, do you? Let's see.
Yeah.
Now we're quiet.
I never added. Yeah, I never added it to. Yep. There we go. Yay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right. I mute it now.
Yep.
All right. Share. Yeah, we got to work on that. Figure out why it's distorted, because it is.
It's only you, man. It's only you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the only one who's getting crap audio right now. The stream is fine. The recording is fine.
Nothing. I mean, I'm not. My setup hasn't changed really. So
it's either Zoom or I don't know. We'll figure it out.
It could be. I'm not gonna say it's not, because I don't know.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the one at this point. Okay, let's make sure everything else is working.
Good news, everyone!
Okay. Oh, crap, it just closed the share notes. All right.
Did you get that number?
8675309.
Okay, and I am ready to record. Hello, everybody who's watching us on Facebook and YouTube. Just a caveat. We are using a new mixer tonight. You probably noticed a different background because, well, this is where I stand for the new mixer.
Did you change the pictures out?
Yes, I did.
Oh. Or is it, or does the wall just go like this? You know, flip around.
3D wall. This is not the end product. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, you hit the button that says Technorama mode.
What I'm trying to do to this room right now is minimize what's in it, so that when the people come to do the carpet this week, all I have to do is move a few things. They put the carpet down, and then move a few things back, and then we can play. What do we want to look like?
All right, I got an idea for you, Chuck.
Yes.
Okay, I know you just painted that wall green or whatever it is.
Yes.
Color. What if? All right, and this is a big what if. What if you bought one of those projectors with a short throw, ones that you can almost put up against the wall, right? And behind you, project whatever you wanted.
Why? Do you know how much those projectors are?
Yes.
A lot. A lot.
Yeah.
And it would also not let me use stage lights. I mean,
oh no! I was just the
thinking lights
it'd
here
be cool.
Just kind of destroy what that is.
Well, instead of using your a virtual background or something like that, you could put Technorama mode, or you could put karaoke mode, or
karaoke's done with a green screen.
Hmm?
Karaoke and live coding happy hour are done with a green screen.
Okay.
So
all right, fine.
The other, the other thing is there's still 2 more cameras that will be put in place. So when we do get back to, say, having Ben and Keith, we'll be sitting around the table, have our microphones, but we have camera that I can control from here.
Right.
Okay. You ready to start the show?
Sure.
Where's my show
now that you
notes?
poo-pooed my idea.
You have lots of ideas, and I take some of them.
Yeah. 1 out of every 20. That's not a great ratio, but I'll keep throwing them against the wall.
If it was baseball, you'd be batting 50.
Sure. Okay.
All right, let's start the show. Welcome, John Miller Jr.
Hey, John Miller Jr., how does Chuck's audio sound to you?
The live stream? I'll tell you how it sounds.
Welcome, John Miller. John Miller Jr.
See?
Well, you're not speaking. You have to ask him how your audio
I said
sounded.
Hello, John Miller Jr.
I mean, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if this distortion is me or it's coming out in the live stream. Because
it's not coming out in the live stream.
Huh?
It's not coming out in the live stream. Live stream sounds awesome.
I don't understand what would change here.
Yours has a little bit of a hiss or a rattle on it, but it's not like it's out of bounds. John Miller Jr. says it sounds great.
Okay. All right, fine. Let me go reboot right now.
No.
Just kidding.
How about not? How about I hit record in 5, 4, 3, 2, Technorama episode 651. A pony? I always wanted a pony. Welcome to Technorama, the show that takes a lighthearted look at tech, science, sci-fi, and all things geek. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. It's good to have you here. If you are returning, thank you for coming back. We greatly appreciate that. My name is Chuck Tomasi from sunny Phoenix, Arizona, and joining me as always is Craig Stepp from South Carolina. How are you, Craig?
I'm wonderful. Man, the weather has changed. It's like it was like night and day. One day it was, pushing 90s, and then all this next day it was like fall.
It's like night and day, every night and day.
That's not part of the weather report I'm talking about, but yes, it is. Anyway, but it's been a nice change.
We got
John
rain
Miller
today.
Jr. knows. He lives not far from me.
Cooled down nicely here. We got some nice rain. Turn that part off.
You got rain?
We got rain.
How many days is it rain there in Phoenix?
Quite a bit this year. We got a good share of monsoon season this year.
You got to watch out for flash flooding there, don't you?
Yes, we do. But
yeah,
it wasn't enough. It was like a light, gentle sprinkle all day. Not one of those torrential downpours. All right. Should we begin with the feedback?
Let's do it.
We have some feedback this time. So play that wonderful feedback music.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
I can dance around. I got room.
Yeah, you got room now.
I got to stay in the focal range of the camera.
Yeah. I'm going to stand off here.
Our first message comes from Sweet Steve London. He said, in the last episode, I claimed that the uniforms and equipment from Starship Troopers were used in Serenity. Well, sort of wrong. They were not used in the movie Serenity, but they can be seen in the episode Train Job, and also in various scenes throughout the series. And apparently also in Power Rangers, The Lost Galaxy from 1999. Didn't know that one. Hey, now that's recycling.
Wow, that is recycling. Well, there has been instances where they were reusing DS9 uniforms in, was it Insurrection? No, I'm trying to remember which one it was. And you could see Riker had his sleeves rolled up. It was because it was
he's trying
the uniform didn't fit him.
He's trying to fit into Ezri's uniform.
Right.
Hulk smash.
That's right.
All right. He also says, by the way, Jewel states that plays Kaylee Fry. She later became a regular on Stargate Atlantis as Dr. Jennifer Keller. That is correct, because I just watched Atlantis this past summer. But prior to that, she also had a small role as a young Wraith named Elia in Season 2, Episode 7, Instinct. Was it Season 2? Oh, it seemed like it was a later season than that, but I'll trust you on that one. If you go back and rewatch that episode and compare the scene where Elia runs down a hallway with the Firefly opening sequence, where they are quite similar in the way she moves and how the scene is set up. Okay, Jewel, run down this hallway. I guess you're only going to get so much of a difference out of this. I was
just watching that episode. I know exactly what you're talking about. They're going to shut down everything while not the Empire, but the Imperial ship comes through, and they were trying to be quiet.
He said, yes, I watch way too much Firefly and Stargate. All of them. I agree. Good stuff. It's time for me to go back and do a Firefly marathon again.
That's what I was just saying. Because there's only 16 episodes in a movie. I mean, it's not hard.
Yep.
But it's certainly worth doing from time to time.
I was watching. I will save this for Share the Remote. Okay, we'll get there. I don't want to get too far ahead. We did have a question of the week. It said, which actor or actress is instantly recognizable to you whenever you hear their voice? And we got a number of responses on our Technorama page, which I am pulling up at the moment because I didn't have it ready.
Gary Lindros says Leonard Nimoy.
Absolutely. John Kratzer says Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
I would agree.
And Lone Guy's Night says Lorenzo Music.
Is that
I'm not familiar.
I don't either. I thought maybe that was a band name or something.
Yeah, I like his music. No.
Mike Robeson has a few of them. James Earl Jones, I think we mentioned that on the show last week. Charlton Heston.
Yes.
Mel
yes.
Brooks and Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista, I guess maybe. Okay. Let's see. Brian Parker says Morgan Freeman.
That was my go-to last time. Yep.
I should have put him on the exclusion list.
Yeah. John Miller Jr. says Peter Cullen, aka Optimus Prime.
That's right.
Of course. Let's see. We have several other comments.
And Michael James Moody said Vincent Price, which I was just talking about that guy, how he had a great voice. I was in the car listening to Thriller, and he's in the thing. And I'm like, I just kept thinking, wow, he had such an iconic voice. He was perfect for those kind of movies he was in and stuff like that.
To terrorize your neighborhood. Yeah.
Right.
Jack Mangan put down 3. He says Gilbert Godfrey. What? Who would ever not recognize Gilbert Godfrey?
That's right.
He also has Fran Drescher.
I'll let you do that one.
Oh my gosh. and Bobcat Goldthwait.
You know that guy, I thought he was going to hurt himself talking like that back in the day.
I thought that was a great cover for being nervous.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see. Steve London says Liam Neeson.
Oh, you skipped over another Gary Lindros. He said John Hamm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought, sorry, John Hamm. John Hamm. Yeah. Actually, I think I was just watching him on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Tim Callender says John Delancey, of course. And surprise of not surprises.
Yeah. Craig Glassner says Peter Coyote, which, anytime you hear a documentary and you can pick out Peter Coyote from a lineup.
Generally a Ken Burns documentary.
Yeah.
But he was also on a number of TV shows. Was it a police officer or a private investigator or something? Very recognizable. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
I had a share on here, but I don't know if anybody responded. Nobody responded.
Nobody loved you, Chuck.
No. Well, that's what I get for sharing it about 4 p.m. on Sunday.
Oh, let me share this real quick.
Little late to the game. Sometimes you never know. Sometimes.
Yeah. You shared it during prime NFL time slot. So
Packers are playing right now, but I'm not watching.
Why not?
Because we're doing a podcast. I spend more time creating content than consuming it these days. All right. That takes care of our feedback. We'll get you another question at the end of the show. Marching right into the history stuff. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, I'm on the wrong. Oh, hold on. I gotta get. There we go. I was. New mixer, kids. New mixer. Like, which one of these inputs is the music? All right. On this day in history for September 29th, 2021, this is the 272nd day of the year in the Gregorian calendar. Get ready, kids. There's only 93 days remaining in 2021. Yeah.
Get your Christmas list ready.
Whoosh! That whooshing sound you hear is the time going by. It was on this date in 1885, which was like 2 weeks ago. The first practical public electric tramway in the world is opened in Blackpool, England.
And 2 Avro Asnas collide in mid-air over New South Wales, Australia. Excuse me. Remain locked together and then land safely on this date in 1940. Now that's the video I want to see.
I think you said Asnos. It's Avro Ansons.
No, I didn't say Asnos.
Yes, you did. Yeah. I'm going to rewind this and play it back. 67 years ago today, the convention establishing CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, is signed. We all know CERN.
Yeah. And it was on this date in 1988 that NASA launches the STS-26, the first mission since the Challenger disaster.
That same date in 1990, the YF-22, which later became the F-22 Raptor, flies for the first time.
And it was also on this date in 2004 that the asteroid 4179, Taurus, passes within 4 lunar distances of Earth.
I believe it's pronounced Tutatis.
Tutatis, that's what I meant to say. And I did. You messed me up because I saw your cursor floating around.
You say Tutatis, I say Tutatis.
Tutatis. You were moving that cursor around. I kept saying Chuck Tomas. Chuck Tomas.
I heard one that said, you say potato, I say tomato.
Yeah.
It was 17 years ago today that Burt Rutan's Ansari Spaceship One performs a successful spaceflight, the first of 2 required to win the Ansari X Prize.
And also on this date, in September 29th, 2007, Calendar Hall, the world's first commercial nuclear power station, is demolished in a controlled explosion.
Unlike most other nuclear power stations that are demolished in uncontrolled explosions.
I hope not.
Happy birthday goes out on this date to Spanish physician, cartographer, and theologian Michael Cervantes, born on this date in 1511.
Horatio Nelson, the first Viscount Nelson.
Viscount. You have to learn your royal titles here.
Viscount what?
Viscount.
What?
The first Viscount Nelson.
There's an S in there.
Viscount. Yes, it's pronounced Viscount.
Okay, whatever. Viscount Nelson, English admiral, was born 263 years ago today.
Craig's on his way to go see Les Miserables.
Hey, this is me not caring.
Well, I'm going to have to find a new guest host, I guess.
That's right.
Born September 29th, 1899, Hungarian-Argentinian journalist and inventor invented the ballpoint pen. Where would we be? We would have a much different world without the likes of Laszlo Biro.
And Enrico Fermi, Italian-American physicist and academic, Nobel Prize laureate, was born on that same date in 1901.
And he built the Fermi Lab. No, something like that.
I was going to ask, is that what it's named at?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
American businessman, the guy who founded Publix, the grocery chain. Very popular in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
George W. Jenkins. He was born 114 years ago today.
And speaking of old, American singer, actor, and businessman Gene Autry was born in the state in 1907.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Born September 29th, 1923, American author and illustrator Stan Berenstain, famous for the Berenstain Bears. Yes.
And James Cronin, the American physicist and academic, Nobel Prize laureate, was born 90 years ago today.
Wasn't he a member of REO Speedwagon?
Yeah.
Different Cronin. That was Kevin Cronin. Yeah. American singer, songwriter, and pianist Jerry Lee Lewis. Great balls of fire. He's 86 today.
And American actor Larry Linville was born on this date in 1939.
Frank Burns from MASH. And Madeline Kahn, the American actress and singer, was born 79 years ago today.
Yeah. And I was just watching her the other night in Young Frankenstein. Also turning 77 today is American composer and producer Mike Post.
Many television shows. American actor and singer. Zachary Levi is a singer?
Yeah, he sings in all the Disney stuff.
Okay. He's 41 today.
Yeah, that's right.
Listener birthdays this week. I've got 2 of them. October 1st, or 10-1, a.k.a. 101, is Stephen Weshy. And Adam Rumke is on the 2nd. So I believe that's going to take us to the end of the song. That's the way it was on this day in history for September 29, 2021. If you want to get on the Technorama calendar, you go over to chuckchat.com. Let's see if I can put that up there. There it is. chuckchat.com/birthday. And we will get your name. Let's take the band on out of here. Boom, there we go. Random key.
Good news, anyone?
I don't know if I'd exactly call this good news. It's interesting news. The man behind the blinking guy meme uses his internet fame to raise money for charity. Yeah, I'll call that good news. Okay, blink if you want to donate. So the man behind the massively popular meme known as Blinking Guy, used to express disbelief, bewilderment, incredulity, or even confusion, is using his gift-given talent for a noble cause. A looping animation of Drew Scanlon blinking is estimated to have been used more than 1.7 million times around the globe. And you know what? I don't think I've ever seen it.
You've never seen that?
Nope. It only went popular
Wow.
like 2 years ago, but I don't know.
Yeah.
There's not
I've seen them all over the place.
Okay.
Maybe I've seen the 1.7 million times, and you've only seen 0.
That's it. So now the 35-year-old digital producer and podcast host is using his internet fame for a good cause. He runs the podcast, the Blinking Guy podcast, where he just blinks at you. Earlier this month,
It's a video podcast.
he asked his nearly 84,000 Twitter followers for a donation for a charity that is close to his heart. In his tweet, he says, "Hi, Internet, I'm Drew, and this is my face." Uh-huh. If this GIF has ever brought you joy in the past, I humbly ask you to consider making a donation to the National MS Society. It would mean a lot to me and those I know affected by the disease. MS, of course, being multiple sclerosis.
Yeah, I got a friend that's got it.
So you can find his fundraising site at blinkingguy.com.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, and not everybody's out there just to make a buck for themselves off of these crazy things.
No, but you know what's funny is that there was a common theme throughout the show notes, and we'll get to a couple more, where we were talking about memes and how some people are actually cashing in on them.
Well, where's our viral video?
I know. I'm waiting for somebody to do something. I'll blink.
We've had don't blink, the angels will get you.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So,
up next,
this is, for some reason, I signed up for TikTok and watched it for about 10 minutes. And I got tired of seeing all of the adults tripping over themselves to do something stupid so they would get some followers.
or people doing